What's going on, black people? Uh, Anybody else who's watching this video, but uh, based on the title, you know what this video is about, and I'm kind of leaning towards my sister who did a video on this movie a while back. I want to say about a month ago, 2 months ago, probably. And she was basically saying, I'm not gonna say her name, because I don't want anybody to, kind of, look at this negative. But she was saying that she didn't see the big deal behind the movie or whatever. She didn't like it, and she couldn't see there being a sequel to this movie. Now on that point, I actually agree with her on that point. I liked Get Out. I loved it. Got it on bootleg. I got it on my computer. And as soon as it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray, I'm going to get both of them. I'm going to get the Blu-ray and the DVD. That's how much I enjoyed it. But personally, I don't like the fact that there's a sequel to this movie, because I think that this movie, it really just, everything that was said, or the point that needs to get across, I believe that it got across. Unless, here's my thing. Now, I got the article pulled up. I'm going to read the article. But I haven't read it yet. I just pulled it up and I just started recording. But the very first Get Out, being that there's going to be a second one, basically focused on liberalism. And I think the only way that I would be interested in seeing the sequel is if he focused on the conservative outlook of racial discrimination and things like that. But I think I'll go and see it regardless. Just to see how he executes the the plot point, and really just hoping that he sheds light on how conservatives view black people. But yeah, and while I'm thinking about it, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Just bear with me. Okay. So here's the article here. Get Out sequel. Jordan Peele is working on how to beat the original. Okay, so sounds like it's something that's in the works. There isn't a script already written yet. Let's see. Jordan Peele has admitted that he's very interested in making a sequel to his critically acclaimed horror film Get Out, which was released earlier this year to rave reviews and a mammoth box office haul, especially in comparison to his relatively tiny budget. The writer and director, who shot to fame thanks to his work on Key and Peele made this admission at a recent um, at a at a recent event to mark the release of Get Out on home entertainment. But while Jordan Peele was adamant that there is much more to the world of Get Out to explore, he insisted that he would only return if he was able to create something that would eclipse the original film. Uh, with Get Out having scored a near perfect score of 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, which means that out of its 256 reviews, 255 were positive and just one was negative. This is going to take quite some doing. That's interesting. I never did go to the actual site to see the reviews, because I know that Rotten Tomatoes normally has not the best and the best reviews, and I think when it first came out it had 100%. But I thought that was probably a glitch or something in the system or something. But that's amazing. 255 out of 256. And it was really an excellent movie. But yeah, however, Jordan Peele insists that he is already on the case to do just that. So, uh, see. Okay, a quote from Jordan Peele. Look, I feel like there's much more depth to the world of Get Out. I would only deliver the audience a sequel if I felt like I was going to beat the original. So I'm on the case. I'm on the case. Um, but this isn't just Jordan Peele's decision, because the team behind the hugely successful horror film will have to back the filmmaker again, considering that Get Out ultimately grossed two $214.3 million from just a $4.5 million budget. It's likely that producers would be chomping at the bit for a potentially lucrative follow up. In fact, producer Sean McKettrick admitted at the same event that not only would he love to see a Get Out follow up, but that there has been discussions about what it could entail ever since the first film was pitched by Jordan Peele. Um, I hope we're going to make one. I would love to. We've been joking and half joking about sequels and prequels to Get Out since the initial conversation over a pitch of Get Out. But while Jordan Peele and Sean McKettrick comments regarding a possible Get Out follow-up, which come courtesy the JoBlo.com, were very encouraging. There was one member of the first film's creative team that looked to temper the possibility of a second film. Producer Jason Blum, whose studio Blumhouse Productions has achieved huge success with The Purge, Paranormal Activity, Insidious, and Sinister franchises, as well as the likes of The Visit, Whiplash, and Split, as well as Get Out, admitted that he can't quite imagine how a sequel would work. And that was my that was my mindset. When I was watching the sister's review on Get Out, and she said that she doesn't see how there could be a sequel. I had to agree with that because the way that the movie kind of played out, I think that the only way that this could go was probably a prequel, probably, but I don't think that that would work as much. Being that um, you will still be beating the the horse, so to speak. You'll still be beating a dead horse. Uh, you'll still have to tackle the liberal uh, perception of blacks. You'll still have to go that route. And then even if you did do one concerning conservatives, I just thought about this. If you still did one concerning conservatives, um, the liberal perception of the Negro is just the same as the conservative view of the Negro. And also there was this I think there was this video I was watching on YouTube about this I forget the name of it, but the guy in that video, he was a black guy. He actually said that before um, JFK, black people voted Republican, and our voting for Democrat is something that was really like a changing of the guard. You see, and then again, it would kind of make sense for black people to vote Republican or whatever, because, well, I'm not gonna put that in this video. Yeah, I'm not gonna put that in this video. But all that to say, conservative ideology is the same as liberal ideology, or perception. Conservative perception is the same as liberal perception concerning the Negro because they're both white constructs. Okay, um, both of them are weak in their genetics when it comes to genetics, and both of them, both conservative and liberal, would go the route of doing exactly what the liberals did in the first Get Out movie in order for them to continue living in society. That goes to organ harvesting and things like that. But here we go. We've managed to do sequels to almost every one of the hits that we have had, and this is the first movie where I just cannot imagine what the sequel would be. So if Jordan came up with an idea of what he wanted to do as a sequel to the movie, of course we would do it. But I'm not encouraging him to do that. I really can't conceive what it would be. Um, don't expect Jason Blum to push Jordan Peele for a sequel to Get Out. Two, because the producer insisted that he's going to step back and wait to see if Peele develops an idea organically for the film rather than throwing his own suggestions into the mix and trying to twist his arm to explore the world in more detail. I don't think um, it's the kind of movie where you would push Jordan to come up with another one. If it organically happens, it happens, but I don't think anything good would come of forcing it to happen. And I don't think it's always the case. Um, there are plenty of directors where I'm like, dude, you've got to make one. So, yeah, me personally, I don't think that Jordan Peele should do a sequel to this movie. I think that if he wants to make another movie, make something about something else. Because this movie, in my opinion, is a fucking classic. 10 out of 10 stars for me. The acting was good. Um, I mean, there's nothing I can see that could have been done different about the movie. The movie was, to me, really perfect, but, looking at it from a the point of view where, where Nate Parker was really trying to send somewhat of the same message. Um, he was trying to send somewhat of the same message, and the feminist movement pretty much depleted the chances of him getting that message out the way that it could have gotten out. But it is what it is. I'm glad that Jordan Peele was able to do this movie. The message out there. The song Redbone. A lot of people are saying stay woke. And they and there's a lot of people. It's things like this that awaken people up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people within the conscious community really, you know, many of them don't care for the movie too much because it's something that they've been doing for so long, trying to get that message through to people, and for somebody like a Jordan Peele to come out and do that kind of undermines their hard work. You know, it's almost like it's almost like a slap in the face. And I think that's why the conscious community really won't just accept that movie the way that the rest of the world accepts it. Of course, white people are going to accept it. A lot of the liberals or whatever, they might think it to be funny, but there's not going to be any kind of change in this country. Concerning the racial divide. You're always going to have racists. You're always going to have, those white people who are just underhandedly conniving, covertly, on the low with, having wicked intentions. And that's why, I preach, you know, against interracial relationships or interracial dating. It's you never know when the person you're with is gonna snap, kill you, uh, break up with you, leave you for their white partner, or whatever. But all I can say is, just be careful if you're in an interracial relationship. Just keep your eyes open. Stay alert. Make sure that you got you some kind of soft landing. After you get dropped, because it's I don't know. I'm not gonna speak too much on that, but yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think that um that Jordan Peele should make a sequel? If so, why? If not, why? If it's the same reason as mine, and you feel like you want to expound on it, please, expound on it. Uh, yeah, and if you're new to the channel, check out the content. Check out, a few of my playlists. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Peace.